Welcome back to the Sharing English podcast, where we explore stories from the English-speaking world, spoken slowly and clearly for curious English learners like you. Let's get started. Hi, everyone. I'm your host, Freya. You've probably seen it on social media. The question that has people arguing in comments for hours. What are the 4 major U.S. cities? Almost everyone agrees on the first 3, New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago. But the 4th? That's where things get tricky. Some say Houston, others say Washington, D.C., or San Francisco, or Atlanta, or even Boston. So today, let's explore this debate and think about what makes a city major in the United States. And of course, I'll give you my own take on who deserves that 4th spot. At first glance, it sounds like just a silly game. But it actually tells us something important about how we see cities and what we value. Is a major city the one with the most people, the biggest economy, the most cultural influence, the political capital, or the place that represents the U.S. internationally? Depending on which of those things you think is most important, your 4th city will probably be different. Let's start quickly with the easy part. New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago almost always make the top 3. Let's start with New York City. This is the largest city in the U.S. It's also a global financial hub, home to the United Nations, Wall Street, Broadway, and over 8 million people. It clearly takes the top spot. And then there's Los Angeles, the entertainment capital of the world, the center of Hollywood, a diverse and sprawling city that also drives the tech and fashion industries. And finally, coming in at number 3 is Chicago, also a personal favorite of mine. Chicago is often called the Windy City. It's the Midwest's powerhouse with deep roots in industry, architecture, jazz and blues, and major cultural and academic institutions. These 3 cities are almost never questioned. But who joins them? Here's where the debate starts. Let's look at some of the top contenders. First up, we have Houston. Houston is the 4th largest city by population. It's the energy capital of the world, home to NASA's Johnson Space Center, and a center for medicine, shipping, and multicultural food. Next up, we have Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, home to the White House, Congress, the Supreme Court, and the Smithsonian Museums. Politically and symbolically, Washington, D.C. is hard to ignore. Next, we have San Francisco. It's small in population, but huge in cultural and global influence. The Bay Area is the birthplace of the tech industry, home to Silicon Valley, and has a long history of art, music, and activism. Next, we have Atlanta. Atlanta is known as the capital of the South. It has played a central role in the civil rights movement, is home to major corporations like Coca-Cola, CNN, and Delta Airlines, and has become a hub for film and music. We also have Boston. It's an historic city, central to the American Revolution, home to elite universities like Harvard and MIT, and it's a center for biotech and research. We can also think about Detroit. Once the center of America's auto industry, nicknamed the Motor City, Detroit also gave the world Motown music, shaping popular culture. Its passionate sports culture and history of resilience make it a uniquely American city. And finally, Las Vegas, known worldwide as a center of entertainment, nightlife, and conventions. While smaller in population than some of the other cities, Las Vegas's global recognition and tourism draw give it an outsized influence. Each of these cities has a claim to being the fourth major U.S. city. And there are so many more I haven't mentioned. Philadelphia, Miami, New Orleans, Seattle, the list goes on. So how do we decide? Let's think through some criteria. Population. If we just count people, Houston would be the clear answer. We could also think about the economy. When it comes to the fourth city, again, Houston and San Francisco rank high if we just look at GDP. But Las Vegas has a strong tourism economy, and Detroit has historical significance as a powerful economic player. What about cultural influence? San Francisco, Atlanta, Boston, Detroit, and Washington, D.C. all shine here with their unique historical and cultural contributions to American life. There's also political importance. Here, Washington, D.C. can't be ignored. It represents the U.S. government around the world. And we could also think about tourism and worldwide recognition. International visitors often know DC, San Francisco, Las Vegas, or Boston more than some of the other cities. In the end, it all depends on what major means to you. So what's my answer? That's tricky. I'm from Michigan, as you all know. So my heart wants to pick Detroit because it has played such a big role in shaping me as a person. From my love for Motown music to my American football obsession, #OnePride, to my lasting loyalty to American automakers. And I'll admit, I'm also tempted by San Francisco for its global tech and cultural influence, and Houston for sheer size and power. But really, if I had to choose just one, I'm picking Washington, D.C. as the fourth major U.S. city. Not because of population or the economy, but because of its unique role as the political heart of the country and its often overlooked cultural significance. When people think of the U.S. internationally, they think of Washington. The decisions made there affect not just Americans, but the world. And after living there for a few years, I just can't shake the impression its history and cultural heartbeat left on me. And don't worry, someday I'll devote an episode or two to the city. That's what makes this question so interesting. There's no single right answer. This little game shows us something big. America isn't defined by just one city or even three. Different cities play different roles. Some represent history, some represent innovation, Some represent politics or diversity or culture. The US is huge and complex, and so are its cities. So what do you think? If New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago are the top 3, who gets the number 4 spot for you? Houston? Washington, D.C.? San Francisco? Atlanta? Boston? Or somewhere else entirely? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for listening to the Sharing English podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, I'd love it if you'd subscribe, leave a rating or review, and share the podcast with a friend who's also learning English. You can find out more about me and the podcast at our website, www.sharing-english.com. New episodes of the Sharing English podcast are available weekly wherever you listen to podcasts. As always, let me know, what topics are you interested in hearing more about? Until next time, keep listening, keep learning, and keep sharing English.